Welcome to Paperback Perspectives, a podcast about books, where your hosts, Ryan, Kaylin, and Annette, give you their perspectives on all things reading. Cozy up in your favorite book nook and let's dive in. Hey everyone! Welcome back! It's been a while. I think this is our longest stretch we've gone without recording.
It was a long chapter in between.
Yeah, it's been a busy few weeks here. So
a lot of plot happened.
A lot of plot happened. Not a ton of twists for me, but just plot.
Just
A lot of exposition.
the summer season.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what's life been like for y'all?
For y'all. Well, my life in the last month,
Moved to Texas.
I went down south. I got myself an accent.
I think that sounds like any accent.
I went all the way down south to Minneapolis and St. Paul.
That is south.
Yeah, it is.
Technically. Yeah, we all took a cities trip, all 6 of us. And we went to a Twins game. It was Joe Mauer's retirement or the Hall of
Number
Fame
7,
ceremony.
Go Joe Mauer.
I cried. It was adorable.
Tell everyone what you did.
Share your moment.
So,
First of all, everyone should probably know that 8-year-old Ryan was a catcher who idolized Joe Mauer.
Copied him, tried to do everything that he did.
Did you ever try to bat left-handed?
I did.
Okay.
Actually, there was a period in time where I wanted to learn to hit left-handed, and I tried really hard for a summer. And it's
Using the Joe Mauer quick swing.
using the Joe Mauer quick swing.
A lot of hours.
Trademark.
A lot of hours on that.
And so I tried to hit left-handed. Turns out that it's really hard, and I'm not very good. So we were up in our seats. We were all the way up in 309, and Lauren and I, it was super busy, sold out. So when we first got there, like an hour and a half before the game, the line for the team store was like, it was backed up probably 100 people. And so we're like, we'll just wait to go down later. So about a half hour or so later, Lauren and I head down to first floor to try to go to the team store. It's a little bit shorter, still really long, but we're like, it's going to be like this all game. Might as well just like wait in line to see what's going on. But on the way down, the escalators were only on the way up. So we had to take the elevator down. So we're like, ugh. Because we're kind of beating the clock. So there's a pregame ceremony that's going to happen. And so I'm like a little bit, let's go. Get to the elevator. We have to wait for the elevator to come. And then on the way down, Lauren and I, typical Midwestern, just let everyone else go first. I'm like kind of hugging the wall, being out of the crowd. I'm holding up, open a door for everybody. And then all of a sudden, this dude says, everybody out of the way, move to the side. And I'm like, oh shit, there's like a medical emergency or something happening. So I'm like holding the door, trying to get out of the way. And then I just look up, and 6 feet away from me is Joe Mauer. And
Ryan didn't pass out, for those of you that I
I almost did. I had the look of absolute just shock on my face. I'm sure that I just looked so dumb. Just and so Lauren, who, God bless her, is not a Twins fan, and she could not understand what was happening. She didn't.
She turned to me when she got back to her seat, and she was like, I didn't know who it was.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, she was like, I don't know what happened. And then so I'm sitting there holding the door open. Thankfully, somewhere in the back of my mind, I was like, take a picture, take a picture, take a picture. And so I got my phone out, and I'm sure it's all blurry, and my hand's like shaking. And then I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to let him go about his business. But then someone else said, hi, Joe, which then triggered my brain. I was like, you can talk. And so I just go, hi, Joe. And he just goes, hey. And I'm like, and that's what happened. Sorry for those of you wearing headphones. And I got in line to go to the team store.
You're tears in your eyes just telling the
cried.
story.
I could not believe that was my life, and that happened. And then I bought a Royce Lewis jersey, City Connect, and the Twins won. And it was a pretty good day.
It was a good day.
It was a very good day.
And that's not even mentioning the llamas.
Mom, would you like to go into the llamas?
I would love to tell about the llamas. Before we went to the Twins game, we met at Carlson's Lovable Llama Farm, which if anybody ever visits or lives in the Twin Cities area.
Kind of by Shakopee.
you have to go.
Waconia. Yeah.
I believe the address is Waconia, but yeah, on the west part by Shakopee. And you go there and you get to learn all about llamas. And I won't spoil it because when you go, you're going to learn crazy facts that are amazing.
The most insane nature fact I've ever heard.
And you get to feed treats to the llamas. You get to take the llamas. You each get your own llama that you would take for a walk.
And they are all incredibly tame and domesticated.
Most of us hug our llamas and pet them. There's one person in our group who kept theirs on the full length of the leash at all times. We won't say who.
Dad.
And it's just
But he was a good sport.
He was a great sport.
He went to the llama farm with us and was an amazing.
He's been there twice
Also,
now.
if you go
he has been
there
there twice.
Around this time of year, they have baby llamas.
Which are called Kriya.
Kriya.
We now know.
Yes. And they're adorable.
I will say my biggest concern was if we were going to be able to get Sam to leave the llama farm because Sam really, really loved his llama.
Sam, can you tell us about the name of your llama and what your llama was about?
Well, I asked for the biggest goofball, which the lady thought long and hard about, eventually decided on Dasher. Dasher was a beautiful black and white llama that I got along with very well. I spent most of the time with my arm wrapped around his neck.
Mm-hmm. There's picture proof.
There is.
I will put up a picture of him and probably the other llamas as well. But yeah, it was hard to leave my best buddy, and I'll remember him forever.
You
Ryan,
can go back.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
we
I will go back.
Ryan, what was your llama's name?
My llama was Yukon Jack.
Yukon Jack. I always forget yours names.
Yeah. Yours was...
Mine was Topaz, and Topaz was a stinker. Topaz liked to stop and lay down, but I had to enforce my alpha nature.
Because that's what the lady told us to do.
And yank that llama, which she said...
You felt like you were being mean, but...
She said you can't hurt him with that lead. So Sam has video proof of me yanking that llama.
Yep. It's very funny.
You want me to take him over here? Topaz, come on. You stinker.
Beat a llama.
Come on. Come on.
Here, Dasher. Come on.
Hey. Come on.
Hey. Come on. You and me are pretty chill. These guys are having a time. What's going on back here?
I need the arms she was telling me about.
Come on.
Up. Up.
There you go. Everything's good in the world.
Come on.
Let's go.
I am boss.
Let's go, buddy.
Listen to me.
Dasher. Here. Let's go. Come on.
Thank you.
Keep going.
She said I had to have good arm strength to take that llama on a walk, and she was correct.
I had Genghis Khan, and Genghis Khan's whole obsession was he had to be in front of all the other llamas. So Genghis would just cruise out in front and then stop to, chew on a little grass until he saw other llamas coming, and then we had to book it out in front some more and make sure we stayed in front of everybody.
Also said that he's been known to spit at other llamas that try to pass him.
In fact, I was not in
What?
front of
I didn't
until
hear
we
that.
got back.
I didn't know
She
that.
told me that when we got back.
Oh, man.
But we had a
That's
great time.
amazing.
Dad got the most docile llama.
Which I think was good.
His llama's name was Pacemaker because the llama will go at any pace. It'll run with you. It'll walk with you. It can keep up with you no matter what pace you got. And Lauren
Had a large black llama
with thick fur.
Named Bob Marley.
I'm
And
over
he was a
here,
good llama.
full body yanking my llama, and Lauren's going, "Come on, Bob, let's go."
Yeah,
I'm
just
like,
yeah, and Lauren, I look back at one point, and Lauren's just has the widest grin on her face, looking at this llama like, "Hi, Bob." I'm like, oh.
it's a match. I feel like we all had good matching llamas.
So
Yeah.
another shout out to
Yeah,
Carlson's
Lovable Llamas.
Lovable Llama Farm. They will
Was it-
match you with a llama that fits your personality.
Mhm.
Was
Yes.
it that a majority of the llamas were named by the 4-H kids, or who were
Yes.
they
Yep.
named by?
Yep.
The 4-H
They run a
kids
very
that
cool
helped.
program where 4-H kids get to work
Yeah.
with their llamas.
How
and
cool
bring
of
them
a
to the
4-H
fair,
program is
and
that?
It's amazing, yeah.
Yeah. As we were leaving, also, your llama, Genghis Khan, was being fit for his giraffe costume.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Because he's going to be at
to go to the fair. Yeah.
Well, actually, I think that was to go to Canterbury Downs and be part of the races the next day. I believe that was.
Which? Oh no, I won't give the fun fact.
Oh.
About llamas, how they can.
Yeah, you can't give that fact away.
No.
Then you'll have to go.
We're going to gatekeep our llama facts.
You have to go there, and you will know what we are talking about when you learn that fact.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, so that was just part of our life update. Lauren's extended family came up for this last week, and that was super fun. Unfortunately, little baby Oliver got sick, but thankfully he's doing much better.
Yay.
But it was really fun. We got to go out to the lake, went tubing, sat on the beach, got to spend some good time with them. And that was a lot of fun. I've played a lot of NCAA 25, the new college football video game that came out.
Us too.
And it's
we have to.
awesome. It's so much fun. I'm so bad at the game, and I don't care. And then the Olympics are awesome, and I love them, and I wish they could happen all the time.
Yeah.
I'm already starting to get a little stressed about them ending.
But Paralympics.
I know, which is
Yes.
even more mind-boggling.
I know. I'm super
Yes.
excited to watch Paralympics.
The Olympics have taken up pretty much all of my reading time. So
How dare they?
It might be a little light on the
might be a
books
little
this
light,
round.
yeah, but it's been so fun.
Yeah.
So fun.
That's
Anybody else have any current
that's my life.
updates? I have one.
Okay.
In our last episode, we
Anyone else?
discussed the battle with the gopher.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
I think the gopher, knock on wood, but I won't, is gone. There have been no gopher incidents in like 10 days.
Oh, boy.
And in
You
case,
shouldn't have said that.
in case there's, we have
Dynamite.
animal sensitive people listening in the audience, I won't share why the gopher is gone, but I think he's just gone.
Dynamite?
Do you own cats?
There was not dynamite and there were not cats. I do own cats, but they were not involved. In this.
Sorry, it's total side tangent. Do you know what I think of every time I hear the word dynamite?
Dynamite.
Nope.
Oh, okay. I'm old,
Do you remember the movie Hoodwinked?
Yeah.
Yes.
The little...
Dynamite.
Must be Italian. I think of that every time. Sorry.
No.
Totally random.
This is a credit to our neighbor Tim, who had a solution to the gopher.
Oh, go Tim. Okay. That's good.
You'll have to tell me later. I put two and two together that gopher may not be on
It
this
was
earthly plane anymore.
Just think
Agatha
Agatha Christie the gopher.
It was Agatha all along.
It was.
So we talked about the cities trip that we all went on, and then 2 weekends ago, Sam and I went on a cities trip. So we've been there 2 weekends in a row. Thank goodness this weekend we have nothing.
Yep.
But what did you get to see when you were there?
We got to go to the 3M Open, the PGA Tour event, in which we saw
Tony Finau.
Tony
Our boy
Finau.
Tony Finau.
Which is Sam's favorite golfer.
For some reason.
I had a patient who I told I
Love
was
him.
going to go see the 3M Open, and he said, "You're driving 4 hours to watch paint dry?" And I said, "Yes, sir, I am."
How is that different than? Well, I mean, I every Sunday watch that
Well, yeah.
pretty faithfully.
No, he just doesn't
on
like
my
golf.
TV.
He just doesn't like golf, and I was like, fair enough. But it was super fun. It was hot, but
Hot,
we kept our sunscreen on. We were not burnt. Well, maybe a smidge, but
You said they provided sunscreen.
they provided free sunscreen. It was a very well put on event. They had shuttles to and from the event.
Would
Everything.
you do it again?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
In a
I
heartbeat.
wanna
I
go
would
to
do
one.
several of them in a year, actually. Like, they were so fun. And even if you don't really like golf, like, just getting to be outside on a gorgeous course is so nice. Like, getting to see the holes in the water, and they had giant houses. And just being outside was really
Did
fun.
they do the cool thing at the beginning where they're like, from
They-
Yeah,
Scotland?
they did, but we couldn't hear it.
Oh, okay.
It
But
was
yes.
not like on mic as it should have been. Like,
Oh,
we were probably 30, 40 feet away, we'll say, from the tee box, and you could barely hear them.
Yeah.
they needed you, sound guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To establish my credibility in the crowd when we first got there. I told Ryan this. I haven't told you this. Who was his name? Harvey?
I don't remember.
I don't know. There was some
Nick
golfer.
Hardy? Is that his
Nick
name?
Hardy, that sounds right. And he was golfing with Batia, and I just wanted to establish some credibility. So I said, "Man, I hope my brother golfs really well today." Kind of loud. And then throughout while we were following them, I kept being like, "Man, he's just not shooting himself. Back in high school, he was just shooting like lights out," or like I remember when he got his first set of clubs for Christmas.
You've always been such a good liar. I'm so proud of you.
And he said, Sam at one point turned to you and said, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
Knock it off."
Stop it.
I don't remember that, but sounds fine.
Establishing
It was
like,
while we were in the big group, Sam.
I thought you
Street
were
cred.
doing it to Akshay Bhatia, like an Indian-born or native.
No, he's not from India.
Well, where is he from? Is
California, I
he,
think.
oh, that's right.
He
Yes.
has ancestry. For
Yes,
it.
he has
Yes, that's
ancestry.
Very much not your ancestry.
Yeah, no.
That's what I thought you were doing it to. I was like, huh?
So anyways, that's what we got to do. I would recommend anyone to try it, even if you don't like golf. It was really fun.
I would do it.
Pick a cooler day, though. It was hot.
All right.
Yeah.
So, have you guys read, or have you only been watching the
I
Olympics?
have read 4 books.
That's crazy.
I know.
You get to go first then.
I'm in the school is coming and I'm panicking, so I have to read all the books.
Get it all
phase.
in.
I know.
Yep.
So, okay, this was my, what
I
I
remember
was
that from last time.
reading last time, The Keeper of Lost Things by Ruth Hogan. It is an excellent book. It is just a beautiful story of friendship.
May I have it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Friendship, and there's a little romance. There's just characters that are built fantastically, and you just fall in love with everybody in the story. And a little bit of magic in kind of terms of coincidence and how
Magical
things work
realism.
out, and a little bit of a friendly ghost, perhaps,
Casper?
but not in
Ooh.
like it's not
Paranormal
It's not
way.
a paranormal
Yeah.
book, or it's
Would you say
just
it's
a
a-
great story.
Would you say it's a cozy book?
It is the coziest of cozy books.
Oh.
I
I
have
don't
a
know. Kaylin
I
has.
disagree.
I know. I also read, based on our recommendation from Tracy, I read Beartown by Frederick Bachman. I also will say that this was an excellent book. I thought it was going to be kind of a sweet little cozy story, and it is not. It's
Some
kind of
drama and intrigue.
a little chilling, little dark story. But the characters are developed in a way, and if you are from a small town, as all of us are, and if you're from a small town that perhaps over-focuses on sports a bit, the characters are so real, and even though there's some things that happen that are terrible and unspeakable, but yet you still relate to people in the story.
That sounds
And
fantastic.
And now I discovered it's a series.
Really?
Yes, I
So-
didn't know that.
Book 2 is on my thrift books cart as we speak. So passing that along. And then Kaylin had just finished Murder on the Links by Agatha Christie. So I did a quick reread of that one because I just needed a little dose of Christie
Yep.
in my life. So good little twists and turns, classic story there.
It's such a twisty one. I love it.
It
It's
is a
like,
really twisty
oh,
one.
this person did it, and then nope, the other person does it, and
Yeah.
no, they do not do it.
No. And then we can't say more because
Yeah.
we'll ruin it.
Was it the butler?
Just know it's twisty, but I mean Agatha's twisty. So.
Yeah, there's always the fun end. And then I read Death in the Darkening Mist by Iona Wishaw, which
I like
is
the cover.
the second in a series of it features a character named Lane Winslow, and it's a historical fiction mystery that takes place after World War I in British Columbia. And she is a British person who has come there from to kind of get away from some past related to the war, which I won't tell.
You said that's book 2 in a series?
This is book 2, and I had read book 1 a while back, and I was looking on thrift books and saw they had book 2. So
I like the cover.
snatched
It's
up.
kind of like
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Modern.
So
Yeah.
I don't have book 1, so I got that from library or
Okay.
Libby or something. But good historical fiction.
Do you remember the name of the first one? You have Death in a Darkening Mist. What does it say on the back?
life in a.
Lightning Mist.
A Killer in King's Cove.
Oh, that doesn't match.
Lame.
Killer in King's Cove.
It has good alliteration, though.
It does.
Yes. The setting where it takes place, if you ever hear people talking about the setting being another character, is
Yes.
really, really cool.
Atmospheric.
So it's in British Columbia. They're in the mountains. There's lakes, and it's just a super cool setting, which actually plays into the story a lot.
Cool.
The setting itself does.
and it's Wishon. No,
it's
Wishaw.
Wishaw. WHISHAW.
Wishaw.
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 And as always, we're probably saying it wrong.
Probably.
No.
So those were my 4 books. My current read, I just blanked out on what is my current read.
You have a
Of books and bagpipes.
You have an outline,
You have
right?
a typed outline in front of you.
Of Books and Bagpipes by Paige Shelton, which is also the second one in a series. Just a cozy little mystery that takes place in a Scottish bookshop.
I was just going to ask, is it in England?
It is in Scotland, and it's in a Scottish bookshop.
It sounds like it'd be a TV show
And
we'd watch.
It does. It could be a great BBC show.
Yeah.
And the main character is American and has moved there. And there's a little twist in that the characters in the books sometimes talk to her.
Oh,
And
I want that.
in quotes. They give her quotes from their books that contribute to solving mysteries. And
That's a cool touch.
yeah, it's a cool,
I want
it's a
that.
fun series. It's a super easy read series, just light and
Nice.
fast read.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I read 3 since the last time. Like I said, the Olympics have
You
taken.
said you didn't have time to read.
The Olympics has cut into all of my reading
Okay.
time.
You guys forget I have a
Only
45-minute
read
commute to work.
3.
Oh, so we're audiobooks.
So we've got some audiobooks. Yeah.
Okay. Talk to us.
So the first one is a disappointment, unfortunately. It is Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. I read a lot of good reviews on it. Well, not reviews, because I don't read reviews, but like heard good things about it.
Yeah.
No, I was pretty disappointed. It was very slow paced. It was supposed to be like a thriller kind of mystery. Oh, sorry, that was loud. That was my phone buzzing. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a thriller kind of mystery. This couple go on this trip out to this weird abandoned church in Scotland. And so we get like perspective from currently on their trip, and then we get perspective in their past, where she writes a letter to him every anniversary, and it's like titled The Element of the Anniversary. So, you know, like paper cotton, tin, whatever.
It's a cotton anniversary?
Yeah, I don't know
Really?
what it is, but anyways, so you get kind of that dual perspective, but it was just very slow. I had a hard time getting into it. It had a twist at the end, but it didn't feel like
Keep going. Tell us about your
Just got a funny
series book.
text from my wife.
okay. I was like, did I say something? So yeah, it was, I mean, I wouldn't say don't read it because some people have loved it, but for me, it was a 3.25 star read, and 3 isn't a great review from me. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
that's
generous with
pretty low for
stars,
you.
so
I just saw an idea I thought we could do for a show on Instagram where it was like books that didn't live up to the hype.
I love that you called it a show on Instagram.
Sorry.
No, that was just
I'm not on my game tonight.
we'll make a
Olympics.
show.
Let's make a radio series on the gram.
See? Okay, anyways, so that one was a bit disappointing, but then it was redeemed by the best book I think I have ever read in my life.
You finished it?
The best book in your life?
I maybe am being dramatic because I'm just so excited about it.
You're crying.
It's so good.
You are crying.
I
right
cried
now.
at the end of the book. It was so good. I'm so happy. I haven't pre-ordered the second one yet, but I'm sure getting there. It's so good. So this one is a 5-star read. It is House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. The character development, the atmosphere, the environment, the plot, everything about it is cozy and sweet and amazing. When I was halfway through the book, I started a review on my phone because I wanted to get it so perfect because this book is so perfect to me. And I haven't finished it yet, but I came up with just a sentence. And if anyone finds the pot at the end of a rainbow, they would find this book nestled along with all the gold.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yes. It is so cute.
Is this book available for borrowing or
It
do
absolutely
you need
is.
to like hold on
I
to
want
it?
everyone to read this book. Every single person. Even if you're not into fantasy, because there is some magic in it. Even if you're not into like quote unquote fantasy, like you can still just get behind the characters and just like who they are as people.
A few episodes ago, we talked about books for non-readers that help pull them in. Would this
This
be-
one.
Okay.
Do this one. Everyone should read this book. It's so good.
Is it All ages.
Yes. There is like one reference to alluding to possible
Adult relations.
yeah, but it's so like coded and not like upfront. So it a kid wouldn't notice what they
There's
were
no
talking
like
about.
swearing or anything like
Nope,
that.
nope. It would be all ages. Kind of like how, like kids shows have those little snippets for adults that are like only adults notice them.
Yeah.
It was like that, and it only happened one time. So there is kissing. So
PG-13.
be
right
warned. So anyways,
I want to read that when you're
it's
done, Mom.
so good. It's a pretty quick read too, because you're just so excited to read it.
I think the only reason you didn't read it faster is because you didn't want it to end.
Correct. It's so good. Okay, anyways, my next one is kind of different.
You're turning red.
Yes, I am.
We have
This one is
blushing.
not.
I'm turning red by
Or
proxy.
Do
over here.
not
Wow.
let...
Okay. What would you like to talk about?
So
here?
the book is Twisted Love by Anna Huang, and I read this as an audio. I gave it 4 stars. It is a romance, contemporary romance,
Is it?
and it is
That's what-
saucy.
That's what romance is nowadays,
It
huh?
is saucy.
You just keep getting redder.
That's because it's saucy.
How many peppers on a spicy
I was like,
scale?
are we doing 5 pepper?
A bushel of peppers.
What are a ghost pepper? That's what we're gonna get.
Whoa!
Yeah. So it gets a bit saucy, but the story's good. Anyways,
Okay. And what are you reading now?
I am now reading None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. Jewell?
Ciao.
She's British, so
Ciao.
yes, that's what it is. I'm listening to that on audio. It is very, very good so far. I read another book by her, The Family Upstairs. That one was only okay to me. I read it as part of a book club, though, which I am not. That was my first book club I've ever done, and so I don't think I had the best experience with that.
What was the name of this book that you're reading right now?
None of This Is True.
None of this is true.
And very much the whole time you're reading it, you are questioning it. What is true?
Because none of it is.
Correct. Yeah. So it's really good. It's twisty. I'll update you next time on how it is. And then the last book I haven't actually started, but that's my next one I'm planning to start as a physical copy, is A Discovery of Witches. We're having little
Yay.
claps over here by Deborah?
Deborah.
Deborah.
Overthinking a bit there, Deborah.
Harkness.
Are you sure?
So good.
Harkness.
How can this?
It's by Deborah Harkness.
Also known as Deborah Harkness to the rest of us. Who has a brand new book out that I can't wait to get. I just read a
Good to know.
update on it.
So this is it is a series. They have it on, they say AMC here. I don't know where else you could find it, but I know it's a series on TV, and it's also a book series it's the All Souls trilogy. So I'm really excited to start it. It's had glowing reviews. So yeah.
The second one in the trilogy was my favorite.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Good to know.
My turn.
Yes.
I only finished 2 books since last time.
We're not.
It's
We
not a
gotta stop
contest.
doing the only thing.
Yeah.
The first one that I finished was I finished Elantris. I think it's Elantris.
That's how I've heard it. Elantris.
I found a pronunciation guide online, and it had something different, but that's not what I had in my brain, so I didn't want to use it. Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. Been on a big Sanderson kick lately because I just started reading his stuff, and I really like the way that he writes. He builds such an interesting world. Elantris is just like a one-off. I'm going to talk more about it later, but I guess in another episode we're going to do later. But it's just the way he builds the world, and like it's so unique. I've never read anything like this where it's so flushed out, but he doesn't do it in such a boring way where he's not just like page after page after page of like,
this person lives here, and on
this
this
is how
place
the
they do
world
this.
works.
Yeah.
It's so interesting how he does it, and I really, really liked it. So I think I gave that one like a 4.25 out of 5. I think it was really good. I think it was the first one that he published.
And he has like
He has a million of them.
30?
Is either first or like an early one. Yeah, he's got a ton.
yeah, he like puts out a book like every 6 months. I feel like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
And then the other book that I finished was another one by Brandon Sanderson. It's Mistborn, which is the first of a trilogy, or at least a series. It might be, I don't know.
Mistborn is a trilogy, yeah,
Okay,
but it's like a part of the
like,
bigger Cosmere.
Yeah, and I know there's like sequels and other stuff for it too.
Speaking
like,
languages over here.
Yeah,
the Cosmere is like his universe.
like all of his books kind of exist in a shared universe, kind of. But Mistborn, has a super unique magic system that I don't know how he came up with it. It's based off of like metals. And so if you like ingest these metals, you can burn them like in your gut, in your stomach, and then each metal will give you like a different ability. And just the way that he built it and the world around it was super interesting. And the characters were awesome. Like there was at one point something happened to a character, and I think I literally went like, no, like while reading. And I typically don't like, I'll go like, but I don't like have that sort of reaction. It was really, really impressive. That was an easy 5 out of 5. The most hooked I've been since Akatar.
Yay, that's cool.
Really, really, really good. And I'm currently reading the second book in the series, which is The Well of Ascension. Basically picks up where the first one left off, I think like a year later or a few months later. And so far, so good on that one. And that's it.
Fun.
Don't you have?
Oh, I put technically Never Lie, which is the audiobook I was reading last time. I haven't gotten back to it yet because I've been so into a podcast lately that I just haven't been able to will myself to go back to listening to the book. So I'm technically still reading it, even though I haven't read it in a month.
Read it.
Okay.
What do you? Oh yeah, you're reading The Well of Ascension now. You said okay.
And that's all my books.
Nice.
Yep.
Would you like to explain our next section?
I would love to. Our family is a massive trivia family.
Nerds.
Some more than others. And we'll see how this one goes, because some of us tend to get better at trivia after a drink or two. We have not had any drinks, so we'll see how this goes.
We'll see, yeah.
But I just figured
Sam, why don't you run upstairs quick? Just kidding.
Go get some tequila.
Just kidding. Just
Running on water today.
Real quick, I want to find the applause sound pad thing here. There it is.
Oh.
All right,
Hey,
when
look
someone
at you.
answers correctly.
Okay.
All right. So I'll be the trivia.
Master.
Sure. And then I have 3 different categories. I have the first one is just basic trivia. It's not multiple choice. I'll just ask a question. And then
How many questions do we have?
15 questions.
Okay.
And then the second category is name the author. I'll explain that when we get there. And then
15 total or 15 in each category?
there's 15 in the first one, 5 in the second one.
Okay.
And then there's a final Jeopardy question.
Okay.
Here we go.
Sam, would you like to be in on this trivia as well?
I will answer if I somehow know it.
Is this like an answer I can answer really quickly? Like, do I need a button?
We'll take...
Okay, I'm not competitive at all.
We'll do this. You'll have a buzzer sound where you have to make a buzzer sound when you buzz in. Kaylin, what is going to be your buzzer sound?
I don't want it to be obnoxious for people listening, so we'll go with. No, just.
And yours is?
Bzz.
Hey, Kaylin. Okay, I think we
All
got
right, the
that
buzzers are
established.
working. We're good to go.
All right, first question. Which book holds the record for being the most stolen book from public libraries?
The Bible.
Incorrect. yes, Kaylin.
I'm gonna go with Harry Potter.
No. Sam, do you have a guess?
What's your buzzer?
Okay,
Oh, yeah, I didn't come up with a buzzer.
Ding. Okay.
Do you have a guess?
I
Most
don't. I would've
stolen
guessed-
book from public libraries.
I would have guessed Bible. So I
From a
will.
public library. Think about elementary school?
Yeah, I was going to say like Guinness World Records.
Sam gets the point.
No way.
It is the Guinness Book of World Records.
Well done, Sam.
What?
It holds the record for the most stolen book, the Guinness Book of World Records. I thought
Oh,
that was
the irony.
interesting. I know. All right, question 2. A large portion of what 2001 Jan Martel novel features the title character stranded on a lifeboat after a ship...
Life of Pi.
Yes! Very good.
Well done.
So should I wait till you finish the question?
You don't have to.
Okay.
Do you know the animal that he was stranded with?
A tiger.
A Bengal tiger. Very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Nope.
Whoa.
Just give him a little
Scattered
snippet.
Crowd's going wild.
Yep.
Named after a London railway station, what fictional...
Paddington.
Do you both want to answer at the same time?
She got it
3,
before I
2,
did.
1.
Paddington.
Yes.
Puddington.
I'm going to give that to Mom because she actually buzzed in.
Yeah. I just kind of yelled.
You yelled me. Yes. The end was he was originally a stowaway from darkest Peru.
Deepest.
And
dark.
he
Deepest
loves
dark.
Deepest, darkest Peru.
marmalade.
He does love marmalade. The Berenstain Bears live in what interesting type of home? Yes.
A tree. The stump of the tree stem. What's the stem of a tree?
It's a tree house. I'll give it to you.
Okay, I was like inside the tree.
Very good. Well done. This is a really interesting fact I hadn't heard before. The Imagination Library is a free children's book gifting program.
Dolly Parton.
Wow, yes.
Can you finish the question?
No.
Well, I'm curious.
Okay. The Imagination Library is a free children's book gifting program started by what famous singer in 1995? The program started by offering a monthly book to each child starting in Sevier County, Tennessee, regardless of family income. That is so cool.
Dolly
is very
Parton
cool.
is amazing.
I had never heard about it. I feel like that should be like something that she says like, oh, by the way, I give away free books to kids. That's so cool.
It's not how she rolls.
You're damn right. What species is the whale in Moby Dick? Someone buzz in.
Ding. Oh,
Oh, Sam?
A sperm whale.
Yeah! Oh, grow up, it's a whale. What were you going to guess?
I was gonna say it's white.
I was going to say beluga because it's the only kind I could think of.
So, 'cause
That's
it's a
also
white
white.
one, right? Yeah.
Question 7.
Is that why it's called?
I don't know. I'm not a whale expert. Where does the wizard live in The Wizard of Oz?
Bzz,
Yes.
at the end of the yellow brick
Oh.
road.
No.
Behind
Yes.
the curtain.
No.
Oh.
I'm looking for the name of the city.
Emerald
Oz.
City.
Kaylin got it. It is Emerald City.
Very nice. Thank you.
Hate
Oz
that
is
show.
the land.
Ugh.
Don't worry, there's
Pay
only...
no mind to the person behind the curtain. Is that it, right?
That was really
Yeah.
good. In his obituary in 1991, the New York Times said English was too skimpy for his rich imagination.
Bzz. Dr. Seuss or Theodore Geisel.
Yes, very good. That is Dr. Seuss.
Wow.
Is he one of the banned books or no?
He has some banned books because they were written in like early 40s,
Okay.
50s.
I heard
And they
a
have
very-
problematic depictions of certain races of people.
I have a very disturbing banned books fact that I heard today.
Oh.
In the state of Utah, they have statewide banned in any public library or school library books by 14 authors, 13 of which are female authors, one of whom is one of our absolute rock star authors.
Sarah J. Maas. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that's bullshit.
I was very bothered by the whole book banning bothers me.
Well, isn't
a
that
lot.
where...
And
Isn't that like BYU? And,
yeah. Anyway,
yeah,
next
secularism.
question. We don't want to offend anyone.
What was Charlotte's first and last messages for Wilbur in Charlotte's Web? This is a 2-pointer. You get one for each message that you get right. First and last messages in Charlotte's Web.
Can I phone a friend?
No.
Howdy, I'm a spider.
No.
I don't remember this book at all.
Yes, in her web, supporting the pig Wilbur, she said, "Howdy, I'm a spider."
Bye.
Nope.
I'm dying.
Nope.
Okay. Does someone die in
Is
that
this,
book?
Charlotte.
is this supposed
Spoiler
to be
alert.
like
The
a
spider?
common fact?
Oh,
Wow.
no.
I would have no
Spoiler.
idea.
It's a book from the 1990s. Sorry. You read it in school.
Hello, piggy.
Oh, they're like,
feel like we're right
they're
there.
like inspirational messages
Yeah.
and like touching messages.
Yeah.
But I truly
They're
don't
like
remember
they're
them.
little
like,
one word like
brave or bore, courage.
Boar?
things. No, it is.
Oh, what a
Sam, do
bore.
you have a guess?
No, no.
It is the first one is some pig because Wilbur's the
close.
runt. You were close.
Hello, piggy.
Hey, piggy. Because Wilbur was the runt and they didn't think he was special, so she wrote some pig. And then the last one was humble because even though he got all of his success, he was still a humble little pig.
That's very
Would you
cute.
have known those, Ren?
I would have gotten some pig. I don't think I,
I
would
don't
have
get
gotten
some
humble.
pig.
Because, wow, that's some pig.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it, okay. Well, how did they know they were talking about that some pig?
Because he was in it was like a show, like a fair, and he was in that pen.
Oh.
So it was like, wow, that's some pig.
I think you need to read Charlotte's Web.
I think you
I
need to
did read
Charlotte's
it when
Web.
I was in like 3rd grade, but that's been a minute.
Read it
Yeah.
now. Which of her own characters did Agatha Christie call a detestable, bombastic, tiresome, egocentric little creep? Yes.
Hercule Poirot.
Yes.
Little man.
I heard that description and I was like, damn, Agatha.
They always call him little man, like other people describe him.
With his egg-shaped head.
Yeah.
awesome.
That's what they say in the book every time.
Yeah.
Veronica Roth's Divergent book series is set
Ends
in a
badly. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa. is set in a post-apocalyptic version of which U.S. city?
New York City.
No.
L.A.
No.
Oh, interesting.
Lauren with the point was Chicago.
Give her add Lauren to the
Lauren,
chart.
Lauren, you're on the chart. You have 1 point. Good job. I'm
Chicago.
impressed you remembered that.
We just watched it.
Like 2 months ago, we watched it. That was impressive.
I never knew it was based on a real city.
I did not either.
I found that out in the middle of watching the movies. I was like, that's Chicago. Because
How-
they
did
mentioned
they say it?
Yeah, they said, like, we use Chicago as, like, a testing ground. I was like, where's Wrigley Field?
Good point.
Yeah.
That is a good point.
It is Dauntless now.
That's true. What is the best-selling novel of all time? I have a hint, if you would like it. You can each take a guess, and then you can get the hint if you would like.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to go with Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Gone with the Wind.
No.
Whoa.
It is not an English book. It is not written in the English language. It's foreign. It's not Mein Kampf, Caleb.
It came to my mind too.
That's the only one I could think of.
Okay.
Yep.
It's
I don't know why
Spanish.
my mind all went there.
Zorro.
No.
El Defo.
No.
The one with
that's
that
a
really
graphic
evil
novel that's really
European guy talking about leadership and like
It's not Mein Kampf.
no. No. The one with the guy who talks about leadership
Leadership.
and who he's like he's
Karl
Mein Kampf.
Marx.
no.
Communist Manifesto? No.
No, that's not it.
It's Don Quixote.
Oh.
Oh.
You guys didn't know that? You've never read or know anything about Don Quixote?
Yeah, no. Gonna be
I
honest.
guess you guys
no.
never took Spanish in high school. Senora
not.
Jacobs made us watch
Did
the
not.
Spanish version of Don Quixote in our first year of Spanish, and we were
Huh.
like, we don't understand this thing
Huh.
that's happening. Who is the most translated author of all time?
Jesus Christ.
No.
Okay.
Translated author of all time.
J.K. Rowling.
Nope. It's a good guess.
That's what I was gonna
Bzz.
say.
Do
Agatha
it.
Christie.
You get one guess, and then Caitlin gets a guess.
Agatha Christie.
Did you buzz? Yes.
Agatha Christie.
It is Agatha Christie. She has been translated into 103 languages.
Holy schmoly.
That's insane.
Isn't she the most sold author of all time?
Didn't we just have that question?
No,
already?
sold author.
Oh,
I don't know. That's a good question.
that is a good question.
I think she is. I think it's on one of her books.
Could be.
You know what? I think you might be right.
Yeah.
Mystery's #1 bestseller.
Well,
There you go.
The most popular mystery writer of all time. As well as the world's best-selling author, Agatha Christie.
Nice.
How about you? Oh, look at us.
there we go.
For
Claps for
Agatha.
Agatha.
For Dame Agatha.
In L. Frank Baum's original 1900 novel, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, what color were Dorothy's shoes?
Red.
No.
Oh no.
I knew you were going to say red. That's why I asked the question. Yes.
Ruby.
Green.
No.
Ruby.
No.
Okay,
I would have
didn't
given
know.
you red if it was Ruby.
Lauren, buzz. You have to buzz.
Whoa.
Hear that?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
do that.
Gold?
No.
Sam.
That's closer than them.
I'll go black.
It is, Lauren.
Silver.
Silver.
Oh.
They changed it to red because when the movie came out, they were using Technicolor. And so it would show up better.
They wanted to be a little showboaty about
Yep.
their color.
And then the last general
General?
trivia. What incredibly popular sci-fi book series was rejected 23 times before being picked up by a company best known for selling car repair manuals?
Sci-fi.
Incredibly popular sci-fi book series. Yes.
Star Wars.
No. This
Also,
sci-fi
yes,
series,
I said Star Wars.
Star Wars, may have had 2 huge movies come out in the last couple of years.
That's not very helpful for us.
Lauren hates these movies.
Oh,
Yes.
can I go?
Yeah.
Dune.
Yes, it is Dune.
Oh, good thinking.
That's crazy that it was picked up by a car repair manual.
Yeah.
publisher. All right. The current score, Kaylin has 5, Mom has 4, Sam has 2, Lauren has 2. Good job, Lauren.
Ooh.
All right, this next section is going to be a little bit different. It's name the author.
No buzzing, or are we still buzzing?
You still buzz.
Okay.
But how it's going to work is you only get one guess.
Ooh.
And I'm going to give you 3 clues. The first clue, if you get after the first clue, 3 points. Second clue, 2 points. Last clue, 1 point.
If you
Okay.
don't know me, I'm extremely competitive, so
I know you are.
I'm taking this very seriously.
All right. There are 5 authors here. I'm going to start from the top. We're just going to work our way through. This author...
Kaylin might attack me and take my mic. She's getting a little aggressive.
She's getting a little bit into
We're,
it.
Don't let her
we're
take
getting
your buzzer.
basketball.
No,
Kaylin
I'm not being
flashes here.
aggressive.
This author wrote their first story at 6 called Rabbit and their first novel at 12. Second clue? Mm-hmm. She was the first female billionaire novelist, but lost that title briefly after donating over $100 million to charity. Third clue?
Yeah.
Yes.
She has come into controversy lately with bigoted
J.K.
views
Rowling.
on... Did you buzz? Yes.
J.K. Rowling.
Yes, very good.
I love that we tried to answer her for every question in the first round, and then we didn't in
I
this
was
one.
scared to answer. Yeah, there's no way.
Why didn't you
Really?
give your little screechy sound?
Yeah,
over
you got a
there?
buzz. I couldn't hear you.
Because I feel like you guys need to go first.
No.
Oh.
No.
You're part of this podcast too, Lauren.
But I also didn't want to be wrong.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the last part that I had for that was don't look at her social media.
Why?
She's very controversial.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
she has bad views about a lot of things.
Oh.
But Harry Potter.
Okay.
All right, next author. The cause of death of this author remains a mystery to this day. Mom?
Edgar Allan Poe.
Yes, very,
Damn it,
very
I was
good.
going to say that too. Can we hear your other facts?
Yeah. The second one, this author is considered by many as the first American professional writer. He had 3 poetry books published by 22, their first novel published at 18, only 12 of which remain in existence.
Wow.
Wish I
it
owned
was,
one of those.
Tamerlane is the name of that one. And then the last one, there is a sports team named after one of his most iconic stories.
Which is also the name of the movie that
John Cusack is in.
that sort of roughly associates with his life.
Yeah, good movie.
Oh, that movie is so good.
I mean, we watched it as a family one time, and I was like,
Yeah.
wow, okay. That's kind of how I first got into Edgar Allan Poe. All right, ready for the next
There's
one?
a sleep story on Calm about Edgar Allan Poe, and it's so good. Anyways,
That is a good one.
So
Yep.
good. This author survived 2 plane crashes, one being a crash landing, and the other...
that Western guy.
I'm going to need more than that.
Dang nabbit. That old Western guy. Am I on track? Mark Twain.
Nope.
Darn it.
I'll finish the clue for you.
Is he Western?
Sort of Americana.
Mississippi, Missouri, yeah.
Well, I'm out of here.
This author survived 2 plane crashes, one being a crash landing and the other exploding on takeoff in back-to-back days.
What? That's a bad week.
Yeah. After being rejected from the U.S. military, he volunteered with the Red Cross and served as an ambulance driver in World War I. After being struck by mortar fire, he still led Italian soldiers to safety, earning him the Italian Silver Medal of Honor. He later served as a journalist in World War II, where he earned the Bronze Star.
heck of a first clue.
That's the second
Ernie
clue.
clue. Ernie Pyle.
Oh, what?
You didn't ding.
Did you
Bzz, Ernie Pyle.
No.
I have no idea who
Incorrect.
that is.
All right, you both get one more free guess.
That was one of my dad's favorite authors. He was a correspondent in the war, I think.
Oh. With the yellow,
Did you
was
say
it
he
those
was
yellow
in the
books?
Italian military?
Or those like leather bound books?
He was an
downstairs?
ambulance driver for the Red Cross, and he saved Italian soldiers.
Oh, okay.
One more clue.
It is suspected that he might have been a Soviet spy.
Whoa.
I feel like that clue didn't help us.
No.
He also apparently set the record for most marlins caught in one day with 7, kind of tying into one of his more famous stories
Herman Melville.
about an old man and the sea.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Who wrote The Old Man and the Sea, guys?
having a blank.
Mark Twain.
Someone go get my mom a drink.
Mark Twain.
We have.
Ernest
Nothing.
Hemingway.
That's the one. That's the one.
Ernest Hemingway.
I think. Oh. Dang nabbit.
You guys tried.
Love when you get that response.
Guys,
from-
my old English teacher listens to this podcast.
Oh, no.
Oh no. Well, granted, we didn't talk about him, I don't think.
You probably did.
If you give me a fact about F. Scott Fitzgerald, I'm there. But
He's not one of these.
I was just going to say, what if that's the next
what
one?
if it is?
You have heard of these next 2 people, I guarantee it.
Well, you probably thought we were going to come up with.
Sorry,
Ernest
Emily.
Hemingway.
Emily, then
Hemingway-
Nelson, now Emily Kula. Sorry.
Hemingway was the hardest one of the 5 that I
Okay.
had. All right.
Now I'm nervous.
He and his wife own 3 rock radio stations. He
Why
allows...
are you looking at us like that? Should be enough
don't know.
information.
Take a swing. Kaylin needs 3 points. He allows novice filmmakers to purchase and adapt his short stories into films for just $1.
Stephen King.
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Wow.
Very
So,
impressive.
Say the second one again.
He allows novice filmmakers to purchase and adapt his short stories into films for just $1, with a few caveats, such as they cannot be shown commercially without approval from Stephen King himself, and he must be sent a copy. And the last one is that he is the most adapted living author.
That's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Do you
I've
know-
never read one of his books. I really want to.
I haven't either, but
It doesn't seem like
haven't
your
either.
your thing.
no.
I think it would be a good audiobook, whichever
Ooh,
one. But
so that could be a good Halloween episode where we each read a Stephen King book.
ooh, that's a good idea. I'm writing it down.
Mark it down.
Oops.
All right. Last one.
Is
There-
this a Jeopardy?
No,
Oh.
last of the
Okay.
authors. Their first story, called The House of Beauty, was written because they were sick in bed and bored.
The House of Beauty.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think they were 12 or young. One of their characters got a full-page obituary in the New York Times.
Whoa.
Bzz.
Yes.
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
No.
Oh.
The last clue. She once disappeared for 10 days.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
forgot my buzzer sound. Is
Yes.
this Agatha Christie?
This is Agatha Christie.
Which character?
Over.
Poirot.
He had a whole obituary. What?
Yep.
That's
Wait,
cool.
he died?
Apparently.
I thought he was still living. I'm still reading the book. I didn't. I
They
didn't
still
go there.
he's still in the movies.
That's
Okay.
what Google told me. All right. Before we go into Final Jeopardy, the score is Mom 10, Kaylin 6, Sam and Lauren still at 2. Lauren, you should have guessed J.K. Rowling. You would have had more points. Yeah. All right. Final Jeopardy. I'm going to give you the category, and then you guys figure out how much you want to wager.
Oh no, there's wagering.
No.
Category, book sales.
Oh no.
So, Mom, you have 10. Kaylin, you have 6.
So I need 4.
Do you want to just agree to split the points? Work together.
Can you talk into the microphone, please? This is a podcast.
We are going to work together.
Okay. How many books has the ACOTAR series by Sarah J. Maas sold globally as of February 2024? Without going over,
What? This
Give
is a
me your best.
ridiculous question.
okay, fine. Closest to it gets it.
No, because we're working together.
For reference, The Hunger Games has sold 100 million as of June of 2024.
And is this all of her books combined?
Her series
Of
combined.
ACOTAR.
All of her.
Of ACOTAR.
Yes. Wait, is that copyrighted?
Just make up your own theme.
Time's up. Did you ask if
what?
88
Hold
million is
on.
less than 100?
You just said it wasn't.
No, I said that's less.
Yeah.
Hunger Games sold 100
The
million.
Hunger Games series or the Hunger
The
Games
series.
just the book?
I believe the series.
Okay.
We would like to go with 88 million.
Yeah. Which is less than 100 million.
That is. Sam, do you have a guess? Do you think you
First,
can get
I was
closer?
going to state that I'm wagering 10 points that I don't have. So
Awesome.
if I go in the hole, that's fine.
That's how the stock market works.
I'm going to say
Maybe.
225 million.
Wow, that is so not close. Lauren?
120
120 bucks. Million bucks. Okay. It is 38 million bucks.
We win.
You guys win! Congratulations!
I thought it was without going over.
Well, I did that, and then they both complained, so I changed the
Because
rules.
everyone went
And
way
everyone
over.
all went
loses
over.
their
So
points.
nobody wins, so we win.
Woo!
So, as your prize for winning, you get this pen.
Yeah.
But I need that, so
Okay.
I'll give it to you later.
I have two
All right.
already.
Can I
here.
get a book for winning?
Sure, I'll give
How about
you.
Beartown?
I will give you. Oh, Lauren actually has prizes.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah, but I don't. You don't get to keep your prize, Mom, because you already have your prize
Okay,
of this one.
I got
So
you.
this prize is for Sam and Kaylin.
I
even
think I
though
know what it
Sam
is.
Also lost a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say, real quick, it got about 5 minutes left till our,
perfect.
our soft
Perfect.
deadline.
Trivia's done.
Recommendations
Yay.
time.
Yep.
Mom, you go first as the big winner.
All right. My recommendation has nothing to do with reading other than the fact that, I don't know, maybe people who like to read would also like to do this. So for my birthday, which was in June, Kaylin gave me a sourdough starter along with a cool jar that you keep it in from the King Arthur Flour Company, if you're familiar with King Arthur flour. And they have tons of recipes and it's been super easy to use. So my recommendation, if you want to give sourdough a try and you've maybe been nervous to give it a try, like I was, it's really fun. Kaylin, what's our prize?
A mug.
What's on the mug, Kaylin?
Us.
Well,
Our brand.
it's our logo. It's the Paperback Perspectives logo on a mug that Lauren made from Canva.
Fantastic.
Thank you,
Ooh.
Lauren. So we each have one now. And then there's another one that we can use as a prop on the table here.
Perfect.
And yeah, Lauren worked really hard on it. It looks really, really good.
It
It
does,
does
look
look
really
very good.
Good
Very
job,
fun.
Lauren.
I'm excited to put coffee in it.
Happy prize.
Or tea.
Yay.
Or tea.
Okay, so my recommendation is a singer. She is a very jazzy and smooth, and she is one of my favorite to listen to while I read. If you're someone who likes to listen to music while they read, I also listen to it while I document my notes while at work. So if you like to listen to music while you document your notes at work,
I love listening to music while documenting my notes at work.
yeah. So it is Laufey, but it is pronounced L-A or spelled Laufey. So looks like Laufey, but it's Laufey. She simply rocks, and that's it. Your
Yeah.
turn.
She's good. You guys have played her in the car when I've been in the car.
It's
She's very
just
good.
smooth
Very
and-
chill vibes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite good. My recommendation is for all the nerds out there, just like me. The last 3 or 4 weeks, I've just been listening to this podcast nonstop. It is Dungeons and Daddies. It is a Dungeons and Dragons podcast on Spotify, and it's a story of four comedians, 5 technically, but there's 4 characters, and they play dads from our world who get transported into a D&D world, and they have to rescue their sons. And it's really funny, and they're all good improv comedians, and so it's very, very funny. There's many times I'm at work, and I'll just be working in the room next door from Sam, and then I'll just burst out laughing, and Sam will just kind of look at me like, okay, crazy person over there. What are you doing? But it's just a hilarious podcast, and it's also
good.
very nerdy. It's not very D&D. It's more like improv comedy that also kind of happens to be in that fantasy world.
Cool.
So
All right.
Awesome. Well, I have been a little lacking on the Instagram game, but it's
Same with Twitter.
going to pick up here because I'm going to make posts this weekend, and if I say it here, then it's going to happen. So you can find us on Instagram at paperback_perspectives, Twitter or X at paperback_pod. TikTok has still been pretty quiet at paperback.pod.
We have an account.
We have an account.
And someday we'll use it.
Yes, we will.
YouTube is just Paperback Perspectives. And then if you want to contact us with any book recommendations, any ideas, you want to come on the show or anything like that, you can email at paperbackperspectives@gmail.com.
All right. As always, thank you to the important people, to our producer and engineer and sound effects manager over there, Sam. Our assistant to everything, Lauren, who provides prizes and keeps us on our toes and has some great buzz-in sounds. And especially thank you to everyone who's listened and or watched. We appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have a lot of fun. People
Yeah.
often comment that it looks like we have fun, and we do. We're not faking.
We sure do.
Yeah, we sure do.
We're making this up as we go. So
Yeah.
it's all on there. So until the next chapter,
Till the next chapter.
Until the next chapter.
this is Paperback Perspectives.
We out.